Furious Driving, presented by Bidding Classics, the online marketplace for appreciating classic cars, with more cars added every week. And Diamond Bright, keeping the Furious fleet shining, and you can protect, clean and care for your car with 10% off site-wide using code FD10. Now, like Diamond Bright, Lancaster Insurance Services is a company I've been a happy customer of for quite some time. Lancaster are one of the biggest specialist insurers in the UK, covering all areas of vintage to modern classic car and motorbike. So give them a call and see if you can save on your cover. Follow the links in the description below. Hello and welcome to Furious Driving, and this morning it's very early indeed. It's barely 8 o'clock and it's a bit miserable and grey, but still there's lots of classic car owners and enthusiasts here at the Lancaster Insurance headquarters in St Ives in Cambridgeshire for the first Cars and Coffee with a Cause event. I've charged through many miles of muddy roads in the 200 VI, in fact many more muddy roads because the M25 was shut, so it's like a long detour through Essex countryside, which is picturesque in the dark. But there's lots of other interesting cars have made it here as well today. I'll take you a quick run down the line here. First we've got, I think it's a Mark V Cortina, resplendent in beige, complete with the rear window blind, very, very period accessory. Very cool indeed. I think it's even got a period copy of the sun on the back. Oh, and a faux orange air freshener. Next to that, Passenger Seat Podcast has brought Peggy, the Morris Minor, down. This is quite a cool little thing, does a lot of miles all over the countryside. That's Peggy the 96 Morris Minor. But next to that, which is a very cool car, if you saw my recent Imp video, this is a slight twist on that. This is the Singer version of the Imp, the Chamois, or chamois, depending how posh you want to be. Same car, slightly different back end, still very cool. Now you probably recognise this car. This is the Mouldeo, our friendly Mondeo Mark II, which has now got hubcaps, not the ones that were sent to us, but Tim, the new owner, hi Tim, actually found some on eBay, so thankfully we have them. And incredibly, the ones that were lost by Every turned up back in Scotland where they were posted from a couple of days ago. It's only taken 2 months to circle the country and then go back to where they started. Well done, Every, you're the best. But the Mondeo is still running really well.
Oh, it's brilliant, loving it, absolutely
fantastic.
Loving it. Using it every day.
Excellent. He said a wheel bearing's gone.
Yeah, it's just had a wheel bearing done on this side because it literally, when it was warm, you couldn't actually turn it anymore.
Oh, that's not good.
Like that.
I guess the grease had dried out in that end. Yeah,
exactly. Well, it's a car that's been laid up.
Well, yeah, there's going to be teething troubles, aren't we? Well, I did a few hundred miles in it, so they found most of the problems, but oh well.
The only thing I've now got to fix is the squirts.
Are they
pathetic? Is the
are they? Oh, and the seatbelt's not retracting.
Oh, and the seatbelt still isn't retracting. It's character.
Yeah, it's character. It's all character. It's brilliant. Oh, I love it. I'm so glad it's here.
Yeah.
I'm glad it's found a good home. Brilliant. Oh, walk around some more. Right, on the other side. Hello. We've got a nice Mini fans here in Furious Driving Land, and this is quite a cool one. If you notice the leather seats, the later Rover steering wheel with an airbag, this is actually a Paul Smith variant. I just painted it black in this particular case to get some nice seats. Over here we've also got, quite larger than this, rather lovely Vauxhall Carlton CD. A 2000i, just trying to check the spec on the thing. A plates, that's what, 1983 or so. This is, oh, amazing. Check out the 20-watt speakers in the back shelf and the incredible brown velour. And it's a manual as well. Oh, electric windows manual velour. Is it open? Oh, thank you. Oh, look at this. This is just fabulous. And check out the 1980s period perfect radio cassette. Oh, it's fantastic. Smell the 80s. And my dad actually had a Carlton as a company car at one point. Smelled just the same. Well, we've got another little nugget of joy next to it. This belongs to the same people who had the Crown Vic black and white, which was on the channel a week or so ago. This one though is a mega base car. You'll notice it's not a hatchback. This is under Morsels and Motors and Also Driven channel. 1200S, this is as base goes. We'll come back and look at this car properly in another day, because this deserves a bit more of a proper look. But this is quite an incredible. Now, lots of people did think this car belonged to various other people, including James from Practical Classics, and also Ian, but he's not here either. This actually belongs to this gentleman over here, who's not either of those people. Not my 2CV, hashtag. Rather lovely next to the 2CV. I'll just dwell on that for a second, because that is very pretty indeed. There's incredible Saab. This is so nice. Someone sat in the back of it, so I don't bother them too much. This is really cool. I do want a Saab at some point. Two-door, sleek, aerodynamic. This though, this was doing incredible speeds. I passed this on the road up, and it was doing like 70 miles an hour, and I could not believe the thing was tootling down at sort of proper speed. Bravest man on the planet behind the wheel of that car. Next to that is an older variant, and it's a van as well, a commercial no less. A Super Van 3. And thank goodness it's not been painted yellow and a trotter's painted down the side of it. That is awesomely cool. So much fun. The only cars doesn't worry about the rust and the salt today. Oh, we've also got coffee and cake over here, which I'll go and delve back for in a second. Next to that, we've got a Reliant Scimitar being interviewed by Danny at the moment. Hello, you're right. I'm very good, thanks. Interview with an interview.
I'm being filmed.
This is very meta. This is
If you should show my boss, I'm actually working.
well, it's lucky you've caught this on camera. It's a rare occurrence.
Behind you filming me. No,
Yeah, Steph filming me, and then.
I'm kidding. Anyways, yeah, thank you very much.
So this is part of the Reliant run that's happening today. There's
Classics run.
Sorry, the Practical Classics Reliant run, where they're doing. Danny, where are you going to and from?
Okay, well, this car was. I got a phone call from a chap called Graham Catchpole about 3 years ago. And as happens on the magazine quite often, we have some people want us to take their projects on or take over a car, and he asked if we could, and I said yes. And at that time, then the pandemic kicked off, and we were clapping the NHS every night, and we decided to do this project for NHS charities. So it's been in the Practical Classics workshop for the last 3 years. We've been working in conjunction with the Reliant Owners Club, putting this car back together again. We've completely redone the body. The chassis was pretty good to start with, rebuilt the engine. And today we're going on a run from here to Papworth to Colchester NHS Trust with the original owner, who was treated at both hospitals.
Oh, wow, okay.
And we're going to put it in the magazine, great big feature. And then at the Practical Classics Classic Car and Restoration Show, it's going to be auctioned off to raise money for NHS charities.
Awesome, that's really cool. Thanks, Danny.
That's
nice.
a little potted history.
Isn't it? That's brilliant, thank you. And they are fully prepared because they've got toolkits, they even got tools out as we speak. This is quite a cool little thing. Ow, brambles. What a cool car. Nice job by the Practical Classics guys. Next to that, we've got James from Practical Classics' Bolingo. There's a lot of Bolingo love going on in the internet at the moment for some reason. Everyone seems to love them and go camping in them and stuff, and this is yet another one. More classic perhaps than that, a Triumph 2000. This belongs to other people on Practical Classics magazine. Very cool 2000. I must get a 2000 sometime, sit next to my Rover 2000. Defender 90, emerging classic. This one's an F plate. It's actually older than a lot of other cars that are considered obvious classics, but because they look the same for so long, people just kind of forget about them. Oh, we've had a Z3 arrive. What a cool car. Love these things, and what a great colour combination. It's almost like it's intentional, but I'm sure it's not. So yeah, this Frontera is I believe it's the last Vauxhall, but last Frontera ever built, coming out of Luton. Was in the Heritage Collection for a long time, but now it belongs to Danny Hopkins, man we just spoke to a second ago, of Practical Classics, and he's using it and he's enjoying it. We've got his Heritage Collection plate back on again. This car is another one you might recognise from the channel. This is the Proton that Steph and I rescued from a garage a little while ago down in Bexley in Kent. I'm just being interviewed about it for Practical Classics right now. But Steph is still using this car as a daily car. And it had, I think, 10,000 miles or so on it when we first saw it. But now it's been rescued and it's just pressed into everyday use and working perfectly. Very much a more everyday classic that you might recognise as an obvious classic. This beautiful MG. Nice black vinyl interior, red carpets. What a great looking thing. Badge engineering at its finest, because this was, of course, all of the Leyland and so forth brands under the different badges on the front, but great little car, very much a fun, enjoyable, usable classic. Also a usable classic, this one, which is one that's featured. Yeah. So we got yet more cars from the channel. So wave hello.
Yes, hello.
This is the little Corsa B we looked at, did a review on last year. Still going strong, still being improved. It's had a few bits and bobs done to it since then. Various belts and things. Had a new badge because it has an incorrect badge on the back that someone spotted incredibly. And the gear knob's now correct as well. And there was a squeaky belt thing that was wrong with it. It was
so that was the alternator wine.
Yeah, that's now fixed as well.
Yeah, so happy days.
Yeah, so now running absolutely sweet as a nut. And the last car here at the moment, and it's still quite early, we won't see what else turns up, is this little there. The Reliant, because obviously the Reliant run. This is a Scimitar SS 1600. Not a car you see that frequently. It looks really rather cool though. Great interior. One of the later Reliant models. This is very, very cool indeed. There we go, it's Mouldeo driving off into the sunset of 10 o'clock in the morning. See you again soon, Mondeo. What a great car. Dogs like cars. Hello, dog.
Oh, it's nice and warm in there. No, you're not going in there.
Oh. Hello, hello. And everyone's off. This is it. The Reliant tour of the country down to Colchester to go and... Bye, people. We're in the wrong place, really. And off go the Reliants on their tour of Essex, being broken up slightly by a large lorry in the way. And the Practical Classics Triumph 2000 following on. I also say goodbye to the rather nice Cortina. Off goes the 2CV, which doesn't belong to anyone everyone thinks it belongs to. And off goes Steph in the Proton. So this has been a fun little morning of cars, coffee and stuff for a good cause. There's even a collection for NHS charities, and the little Reliant's going to get auctioned off at the end as well. Been a good old day, despite being a Thursday and the first one. It's not a bad turnout, so hopefully we'll join again for the next time when even more cars will be here. Hey, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, you know the business, and see you again soon. Furious Driving, presented by Bidding Classics, the online marketplace for appreciating classic cars, with more cars added every week. And Diamond Bright, keeping the Furious fleet shining, and you can protect, clean and care for your car with 10% off site-wide using code FD10. Now, like Diamond Bright, Lancaster Insurance Services is a company I've been a happy customer of for quite some time. Lancaster are one of the biggest specialist insurers in the UK, covering all areas of vintage to modern classic car and motorbike. So give them a call and see if you can save on your cover. Follow the links in the description below.